Hi everyone, I'm Walker and welcome back to All of Av Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today we're going to be doing a paint my nails with me video, and I am doing the lovely Zoya Ireland. This is such a lovely, like, muted green color. I really enjoy this one. We're going to use the Polish Magic Mirror Top Coat. That's what it's called. Yep, the Magic Mirror Quick Dry Top Coat. I picked it up recently and had said that I was going to try and feature it. I've used it maybe 6 or 7 times, so I'm excited to share my thoughts on that. As always, I have my Orly Nail Defense Strengthener on already. I use it as a base coat. I do let this dry a lot before I use it, so I put it on and then I kind of set up my camera and my lights, and I usually let it dry maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes before I put my polish on. And today we're going to talk about the February topics for Topic Tuesday. I am so close to getting this posted in the month that it was actually related to, but maybe for March I'll actually get my March video up before March is over, but no promises. So the first question is actually super easy to answer because it is, what are your favorite Valentine's Day polishes? And I did a whole video on Zoya Valentine's recommendations, so I will just link that up in the cards if you're still, interested in seeing Valentine's Day polishes. I'm not really sure if people are still interested in seeing those at this point in the year, but maybe you like pink even after Valentine's Day, and so I did do some pretty fun Zoya recommendations. And I tried to pick for that video, I'm not a huge light pink fan, and so I tried to pick a variety of polishes for that one. I picked some kind of vampier shades, I picked some kind of deeper pink shades. I really liked it. I'm pretty happy with the polishes that I picked for that video, and I had a really fun time wearing them during that week before Valentine's Day. I did get a little bit of stuff on my pinky finger here, so I am going to show you my brand new cleanup brush. I've been using this now for maybe a couple weeks. I think actually I had already started using it when I filmed my last Paint My Nails With Me video around Valentine's Day, but I really was just getting used to it, and so I didn't show it in that video yet. But I finally caved. I've had so many people say it's so easy, it's so much better, and so I definitely am going to use this more often. I have just a little cup of acetone over here on the side, and it's super easy to dip in and use, so I'm really happy with it so far. All right, I did my thumbs off camera as always. I am just not coordinated enough to get them done on screen. I don't know, I can't make it work. All right, the second question for February that's not about Valentine's Day. Whoa, that was the worst polish I have ever done on one of these videos. Of course, it's while everybody's watching, and I'm talking about my new cleanup brush, so just goes to show how great it is. I love it. Okay, so the second question is indie brands that you want to try more of this year, and I am really trying to kind of branch out a little bit this year and try some brands that I had never tried before. So I don't know that I have a list of ones that I want to try necessarily, but I am just trying to kind of spread out, branch out, try some that I had never tried before. I tried Pahlish earlier this year. I tried KB Shimmer. I have also just been buying more of the indie brands that I know I already liked. So I've been buying more Society Wit and Palette Polish. Those are 2 brands that make really nice creams. I really like them, and I've been enjoying getting more of them. I do think there are some other indie brands that I've never tried that I'm really interested in trying. Rogue Lacquer is one that I'm really interested in trying. Some of the more popular ones like Native War Paints and Polish for Days, that I just don't have any of theirs. Curious to try some of those. If you have any recommendations for either polishes or brands that you think I would like, let me know down below. I would love to hear what you like. All right, so that's my first coat of Ireland, and I really like this super soft yellowy, greeny, gray green. I think it's so lovely. I really like this, especially for this kind of spring into winter time. In winter, I wear a lot of these grayed out shades, and so I think this grayed out green is so lovely, but it has a little bit more green in it, and so I'm really excited about this one. I actually just swatched it recently because I was doing photos for my olivey green comparison, and this one, as soon as I swatched it, I put it right back into the rotation of polishes that I wanted to wear at a full manicure because it's so lovely. I just love it so much. So this one, I do think I get opaque in 2 coats. You can see a pretty big difference, I think, between 2 coats and 1 coat here, and I like that it is still really green, right? It doesn't look too gray. It still definitely looks green. And so that's really nice. I really like that. Okay, the third question from February was, what are your New Year's nail resolutions? And I kind of talked about this in another Paint My Nails With Me video, so if you want to go more in depth, I will kind of post that up in the cards. I had a couple resolutions, and basically they were to get swatch photos of all of my polishes. I really want to have a good library of all of my polishes. And also, like so many of us, one of my other resolutions was just to buy less polish, be a little bit more intentional with how I buy. I am pretty good at sticking to a budget except for when sales happen. It's really hard for me to stick to a budget during a sale. I get so excited and I just, you know, I justify it because it's part of a sale, but then I don't necessarily compensate and make up for it. So I actually went on a no buy in January and I did pretty good. I tried to do that to kind of make up for Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas sales. It went pretty well. I'm gonna try and reduce my buying for the month of March because I know that Zoya's Black Friday sale is coming up, and so I'm gonna try and do it in advance. I'm gonna try and save up for the sale instead of, you know, making up for it kind of on the back end. I think that's harder to do. Wish me luck. I've like turned off notifications for the de-stash pages on Facebook that I follow because every time I get a notification that there are some Zoyas for sale, it's really hard to not buy them. So I turned off notifications. It's a good way to avoid the temptation. All right, so I have 2 coats and I did my thumbs again off camera. And while this dries, I'm gonna talk about the last prompt for February, which was your top polishes that you were surprised by how much you liked them. And so I'm just gonna pull a couple of those out. The first ones that I'm gonna talk about are Zoya polishes, and then I have a couple non-Zoyas. So the first Zoya is this wonderful Edyta, and I will link up above. I did a like nail of the day on this one, and it is just so stunning. It is like gold and green and blue and olive and everything. It's so gorgeous. I really like this one. And I'm gonna do a little bit of top coat while we do this so that the time doesn't take forever. Okay, one nail, one more polish. This is Bebe, and I talked about Bebe in my Valentine's picks because this one shocked me. Bebe is really soft and really delicate, but it is really lovely. Like the little shimmers in here, there's some bigger pieces, and so they just look really nice on the nail. I don't usually like these soft pinks, but this one I really, really liked. So that's Zoya's Bebe. All right, so this next one is Zoya's Marigold. And I don't know what it was about Marigold, but when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna be so boring. I just thought, I've seen this polish before, I've owned it before, but this one is such a stunner. It's like tomato red with orange shimmer. I don't know, I just could wear this all summer. I really, really like this one, and so this one really surprised me, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna pause and talk about this top coat, and then we'll show my last 2 that surprised me. So this top coat is bonkers thick. It's so thick. I'm gonna try and zoom in this footage so you can see me applying it here. I don't know if my bottle like is supposed to be this thick or not, but it is real thick. It doesn't bother me that it's so thick. I think it makes like a really nice finish. It's really glossy. It dries super fast, which is really nice. It just is really thick. So I think if that's something that would bother you, I wouldn't necessarily pick this up. There are others that dry as fast and as glossy, but aren't as thick. Only thing that bothers me about it being thick is that I kind of find it hard to get like a clean line around the bottom, like around the curve of my nail at the base here. And so sometimes I don't get a super clean line, and you can kind of see the line where the top coat goes and doesn't go. I've solved that problem by doing 2 coats of this top coat, and that way kind of I even it out a little bit, but I did find that a little tricky when I first tried it. Again, the top coat that I'm talking about is Palish's Magic Mirror Quick Dry Top Coat, and I picked this up recently. It's pretty cheap, like I want to say like $5 or $7. So I think if you're looking for something super quick drying, this one works for me. It is relatively long wearing. I haven't really noticed an issue with it. What I like about it is how quick drying it is. That's usually what I'm going for in a top coat, to be honest, because I change my nails every 2 or 3 days. If you've tried this top coat, let me know down below what you think about it. It's not my first indie top coat that I've ever tried, but this one's definitely my favorite of the indie top coats that I've ever tried. All right, and while I let my top coat dry, I'm gonna show you my 2 other surprising polishes. This one's kind of weird. This is Orly's Cashmere Crisis, and this is from the fall collection, and you can see my fill line is like where this orange line is here. It is the most worn polish in my collection. I don't know why. It's just perfect. It's really really delicate and soft, and it has like a really nice kind of translucent finish. Like it gets opaque, but it's so soft on the nail. It looks like it's sheer, but it's not. I love this one, and I just basically leave it in my line of polishes to wear as a full manicure. And if I ever am feeling like indecisive or like I just want to go neutral, sometimes I need a real palette cleanser, this is 100% the polish that I pick up. I have worn it probably 10 times since I got it, which is a lot for me. So this is Orly's Cashmere Crisis. And then this last one is a little sad, but this is Polish Caramello. And this one, I would say it surprised me because I had heard a lot about it. It was really popular, but the color, I just wasn't sure if I was gonna love it. And so I actually traded Enna for it. I will link her Instagram down below. She and I did a swap, and this is one of the ones that she sent me, and I was kind of excited to get it in a trade and not having purchased it from Polish because I wasn't sure I was gonna love it, but there was so much hype around this polish, and I loved it. It made me feel so edgy wearing this. I don't think it works really well with my skin tone, but it was so fun to wear. And so I'm just really happy that I have it in my collection, and I was surprised by how much I liked it. Awesome, that was really fun. It was interesting to think about polishes that surprised me. Let me know which one surprised you down below. I would love to hear if there are any polishes in your collection that you didn't expect to love as much as you do. And as always, thank you so much for joining me to chat about nail polish. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!